Welcome, everybody. Here to Steve's Wrestling Ramble. This episode, we're doing the review. Me and my team with some to join me by review for WWE Extreme Rules 2017 edition. I can't right now. I feel kind of sick. I never felt this before, so I don't know exactly what it is. If it's cold or a flu cold thing or pollen, whatever thing. I never had that issue, but it could be that. But whatever it is, I've been using Kleenexes all day, so that'll tell you something. Either way, that going on, and then but my left ear kind of might be plugged up with black, stupid crap like that. So I'm all a mess today, but I'm here, powering through, working through, as I always usually do, and here to give you the best hour or so of content here on YouTube talking WWE. But like I said, I probably won't be on video for most of it, unless asked by someone to do so. But beyond that, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. This is your first time viewing. Welcome to check out all of my other content. Welcome also to subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get it to grow, trying to get it to show. Because I know it could become something if given the chance. I also did contact YouTube earlier today, as I said in my other video I did today. The Emoji Movie review. I mean, live or blend reaction, I guess you say, to that movie trailer. I also said that I talked to YouTube through email. I'll ask you about concern, talking about copyright issue with doing trailer reactions and stuff, and also about how to get my YouTube partner, Awesomeness TV, which is actually technically my partner, multi-channel, whatever partner thing, to help me out more often, or guidance and stuff like that to promote my videos and promote my channel, which would be better for them just as much as good for me. I mean, I became partners with them for a reason, for assistance, guidance, and help to the fullest of their potential, because I know they have potential. I know they promote the ones that deserve it, and the other ones be as they are. But if my team doesn't get here, I will just run right through the pay-per-view. Put it through it. Make this episode a quick one. You know, I might as well do so. And I might as well do my predictions anyways, whether they're here or not, quickly, so I let them have the floor more often. So I'm just going to blow through my predictions here for WWE Extreme Rules 2017 edition. And then if they jump on, I'll let them divulge more if they wish to. Not too much to talk about Raw or SmackDown. I guess congratulations to the SmackDown Live Women's Division. They'll be getting their historic first ever women's Money in the Bank ladder match. So it'll be lit AF, as the kids say. So cool. Congrats. But beyond that, not too much else to say. Raw, go home, sure, the Extreme Rules could have been better, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm going to go through my predictions, and we'll see if the others do join at a certain time. First match, mixed tag match, Rick Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox. I'm going with the heel team. Noam Dar. It's not a few whether it's going to be just for 2 months or otherwise. I'm going to go with them getting the win here. And Extreme Rules. Why not? It is what it is, right? Who's championship match? Neville versus Austin Aries in a submission match. I'm going with Neville. Austin Aries, man, tap on Raw. Opposite momentum would say the otherwise. Plus, Neville to have a long title reign all the way to SummerSlam, if not even longer, would be best for business in that respect. So with that, I'm going to go with Neville to retain. Raw Tag Team Championships on the line. The Hardy Boys versus Cesaro and Sheamus. A steel cage match. I'm going Cesaro and Sheamus to win. Raw Women's Championship match. Alexa Bliss, Bayley, Kendo on a stick pole match. Or Kendo stick on a pole match there. I'm going with Alexa Bliss to retain. IC title match. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. If Ambrose is disqualified, he will lose the championship. His championship. I'm going with Dean Ambrose to get the win. Hell or high water. And the main event, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, Samoa Joe in Extreme Way Universal #1 contenders match. Talking WWE with Jay earlier, in that prediction show, I predicted Bray Wyatt, but here I'm going to be a little different. I'm going to go with Finn Balor to win here and have his match against Brock Lesnar at, what are they, Great Balls of Fire that's called now? So As to where my pick is going to be for my own show here, Steve Wrestling Ramble, I'm going with Finn Balor getting the W there. So, like I said, I breezed through my predictions in case, like I said, if my team members do show up, I'll let them speak up things more in depth. I do have some smart cookies that are part of my team. Kieran, Mark Rambo, Raunchy Mikey, when he does able to join, and others that are part of this team. I know they're some individuals, so I let them have the floor even more than I. Because I'm usually a clear cut, straight to the point. Here's what I think, blah, 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 whatever, and move on. Whether that's good or bad, boring or great. That's just how I am, is how I roll. And I know I'm not helping myself without being on camera tonight, but like I said, I feel a little weird. Like I said, I've been lucky not to be sick of any kind of really for most of my life. So having this, it feels, I don't know, just make it, like in my head, it makes it feel worse than it actually is. Like I said at the top of the show, my voice seems a little different, lower pitch, I guess, in a way. And then also, been using Kleenexes most of the night, or most of the day, not the night. But anyways, if any of my team members do make it here on here tonight, since I am not looking at my at the hangout, they might have to say something so I know.
Hey Steve, you hear me?
But I will also check if there are WWE news here as I wait for them or them.
Hey Steve, can you hear me?
I thought I just heard something. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting sick and I hear things now. It's like this is a weird symptom. Like I said here already by my predictions for Extreme Rules. I think for news, the only main thing was the women getting the first ever Money in the Bank ladder match for them on SmackDown Live. That's the big thing, I guess, in newsworthy things. I'm happy for them. And then also kind of disappointed in another way. Now, not disappointed of, I'm not saying women don't deserve it, and it's not to that point of, but I'm a little disappointed in this news in the fact that the women should have been on one brand altogether, or the pay-per-view Money in the Bank should be dual branded, and we have the first historic women's Money in the Bank ladder match and have all the women available, or all the women you want to put in that match.
Can you hear me, Steve?
Yes, I can hear you now, Mark.
Okay. I'm sorry. My headphones were not working. I don't know why.
Put them all in the match and be able to have all your able bodies for the whole division to be part of it. And you get Nia Jax giving her opinion about it, whether it's her real opinion or character kayfabe opinion, whatever. Either way, it makes sense for her or any of the Raw branded women's superstars to think that. Again, like I said, it should have been a co-branded event so that even the men's can have more people for that. And then the winner would be able to cash it in on whoever. Now, you wouldn't have to have two separate Money in the Bank ladder matches or 4 Money in the Bank ladder matches in that thing for Raw men's #1 title, SmackDown, Raw, SmackDown thing. But 2 ladder matches, winner, gets to cash it on that brand show anytime, and you still have the briefcase, the regular beige color. You don't have to have the blue and red briefcases, and just keep it simple in that way. But since we do have Mark here, let him have the floor, and we're gonna have him roll through Extreme Rules predictions from bottom to top as I give him each match, because I'm sure he doesn't know it off the top of his head. But there you go, Mark, for the first match for you to predict Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox.
Oh, that's an easy one, Steve. Come on, Rich Swann and Sasha Banks, man. Noam Dar has been slightly out of the picture, in 205 Live. I watch a little bit of 205 Live every now and then, try to spice it up just a little bit. He's just kind of been out of the picture, you know. You have Alicia Fox, she's definitely been out of the picture since God knows how long. This is a match I think it should be more of mixed gender matches. I like the fact that they have, male, female, male, female. I haven't seen that since in a little while. I'm not saying the reason why Alicia. I'm not saying the reason why Rich Swann and Sasha Banks are going to win because I like Sasha Banks. I just think Rich Swann has the advantage momentum wise. He's been out, and before he was injured, he had somewhat of a push. Everybody was kind of liking him. Some people don't like him, but hey, that's how it is. Not everybody's gonna like everyone. But yeah, so it would be really surprising if they let Noam Dar and Alicia Fox to win, but I highly doubt. I'm going with Alicia. I'm going with Sasha Banks and Rich Swann, hands down.
All right, and before we move on to the next match for you to predict, Kyron Chase here in the chat say that he'll be here in about 5 to 6 minutes, so he'll be joining us part of the show. Also, want to give a shout out, as I do. I get emails. Remember the Raw Anonymous GM? I've received an email, sort of thing. But I just actually did receive an actual email on my email for a new subscriber to the channel. So I'm gonna give a shout out to this individual. I'm trying to. Sorry for the pause, but I was trying to look at the person's profile picture if I could see. Like male. Stronger King Log is the YouTube channel name. Subscribe to me.
Family.
So, congrats. So, thank you. Stronger King Lodge. Stronger King, one word, Lodge, the second word. So, Stronger King Lodge. Thank you for becoming a new subscriber to the channel. Welcome to Ring That Bell. I'll be one of the first to know, part of the notification squad here for this channel. To be the first one to know when my videos go live and then when they are archived, when they're done and they go to the channel. And that's for everybody. Mark Ramble and others that subscribe to this channel for my other videos that that they're not a part of. They get that email, and even for these, because sometimes I find it funny because I do the same thing for other channels like Talking WWE with Jay. I subscribe and ring their bell, and it's funny because I get those emails for their channel going live and notifications when I'm part of the episode. You know what I mean? So you still get that email. But anyways, for everybody, welcome to do that. Welcome to check out my other videos. Like I said earlier today, I did my live reaction of the new trailer movie that I'm looking forward to see, the Emoji Movie. So I did my reaction to that trailer there as well. But again, Stronger King Lodge, thank you for subscribing to the channel and giving my channel a chance. And that's for sure. On this podcast and any other video I do, I give it 110%. But moving getting back on topic, the next match for you, Mr. Rambo, if I can get back to that tab here online, cruiserweight title match, submission match, champion Neville defending against Austin Aries. Do you think this is finally the time Mr. Aries built from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my state, the Badger State, finally gets the cruiserweight championship? What do you see going down at Extreme Rules for this match?
You know what, Mr. Steve Copeland? I believe it is finally time that Austin Aries is going to get this belt. I could see it. It's
Stop. From that, first saying what's up, but I also wanted to say Mark Ramble Warriors are trash.
Warriors Game 7. That's all I'm gonna say. Warriors Game 7.
Same here. Continue on.
Yeah, Warriors Game 7. They're gonna win. Warriors are gonna be NBA champs. But what was I saying? Austin Aries is finally going to win this belt. I feel like after this really great build-up that they had even before WrestleMania, Neville has been consistently winning. The thing that I believe is going to happen is Austin Aries, 1, 2, 3, pin, get him out of there. New champ. They're going to have another match. The next pay-per-view, 1, 2, 3, Austin Aries is going to win. He may lose the belt. I don't know, depending on how his run is. Same with Jinder Mahal. I want Jinder Mahal to have a pretty decent run, but I was kind of frustrated that he wasn't in SmackDown this Tuesday, which we're going to talk about later probably. But I'm going to get to the main point of this whole topic. I have Austin Aries winning the submission match. Neville is not there yet. Neville has had his run. He's had a great run. And, it's going to come to a halt. And I believe at Extreme Rules, Baltimore, Maryland, Sunday, he will lose. Neville is the new champ. Sorry. Aries is the new champ.
Yeah, right. Austin Aries will be the new champ. And I said I went with Neville because opposite momentum Austin Aries made Neville actually tap out on Raw, so I just went in for that way. Plus, like I said, I want Neville's championship reign to be something to be what people were so happy to have him part of the cruiserweight division, becoming the champion, being the face that runs that place, and being the great he has become. So for him to even drop the title now, I actually think would be too early. Just like I talk about with heel champion Jinder Mahal as WWE champion, 3 months or longer will make me happy because then it'll make them pulling the trigger and actually making him champion, not just because of the whole India market thing, but because they actually had the faith and actually wanted to put the strap on him. I mean, and go from there. Like it was also because Jinder Mahal worked his freaking ass off to get in better shape, to get back in WWE, and WWE decided to reward him. You can't blame. I mean, you can technically, you can say whatever you want, but you shouldn't blame WWE or Jinder Mahal for that to happen, for him to become champion. And wouldn't you think that Jinder Mahal becoming WWE champion is a great thing for most or all the sound in WWE, making it, or at least making it a theme of the assumption, at least the assumption to me, that really, if you, I even tweeted this out at WWE_podcast, so you can check it out to see the proof that I actually did tweet it out. The date and all that timestamp stuff that it was real. But I did tweet out that, if you become a WWE superstar, and you make it to WWE, or you want to become a pro wrestler, you make it to WWE, and you see, a superstar like Jinder Mahal becoming the WWE champion before your eyes should make you feel that, hey, anything could be possible. And if you show the company that have the drive, the motivation, the work ethic, everything to be that, then most of that company, WWE or any other pro wrestling company, will give you that opportunity at least to see if you fall flat on your face or not, if you run with the ball and run with it. So, and that's really with anything in life, in a job of yours. If you show your work ethic, the dedication, your value to the company, the company will reward you 10 times, So you just have to have that confidence stuff. So as much as it was a shock and crazy that Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion, I know people are not happy about it. Some people unsubscribe to the network because of it. But I don't just mean Raunchy Mikey, but I mean others too. There were other ones that did that as well. And like I said, you to each their own. I respect all their decisions, especially in their passion of talking about the subject. But on my end of it, I see it as a great sign for how WWE has been changing throughout the years, and their mindset and everything. Is it just Triple H? No, I think it's collectively. And I think it should show, whether it's supposed to be just strictly for SmackDown Live because of the tagline of SmackDown Live being the land of opportunity, but just a WWE overall that, hey, if you're not being used, you have to do something about it. Whether you're, let's say, Titus O'Neil or Zack Ryder when he comes back, I was going to say Sasha Banks, Summer Rae in the women's division on Raw, you see Jinder Mahal winning the WWE title, but for you should be thinking, what can I do in my own situation to see and show WWE that I'm worth being a champion of my own? If that is what you truly aspire to be, and if you don't, then that's a whole separate issue to be discussing. But I just wanted to get on that soapbox there. I see Kyron. Yes?
I was just saying, X, can you hear me?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Sorry I'm late. I had to go to my brother's game.
That's all good.
I like those shades.
Thanks.
You know, when I saw you on camera for a second with those shades on, you look like P. Diddy. I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever. Anyways, I don't know if you heard my diatribe there, Kyron, but what were your thoughts on that? If you did hear it at all?
I didn't. I just turned it on. I didn't hear anything.
Okay, Mark.
I agree with you completely. Once you give the opportunity, people are working their ass off to, get the top spot in WWE. Once they do that, I mean, it's only best that you reward them. Look at Drew McIntyre crying out loud. I mean, sometimes WWE isn't the best for you at that particular moment. You look at somebody like Drew McIntyre, look at somebody like Cody Rhodes as of right now. Cody Rhodes was, had a push at one point, then he became a jobber. Now he left WWE, and now he is in the freaking Bullet Club. You look at Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre was a jobber, 3-man band to the fullest. He left WWE, came back to WWE, and it's got a major push because of what happened after the fact. Sometimes WWE is the best for you. So, you work and you work and you work and you try to, get the top spot. Somebody like Jinder Mahal, who's been released occasion of times, from what I heard, he gave up, I think it was booze or something like that, some alcohol, and he worked out. He never had a cheat day when it came to food. It's all from what I heard. He's been in the gym consistently. You only deserve some type of push. Me personally, I felt like it was the perfect time for him, considering the fact that there was an India thing coming up, and you know he just came back. I felt like it was the right moment for him to do what he did. I'm excited for him. Honestly, I want to see how he is as champ. That's why I was a little upset that he wasn't there Tuesday. Just when you work the way Jinder did, something's gonna pay off, and he is now the WWE champ. And what else can we say?
Exactly. Let's catch Kyron up with the predictions so far for Extreme Rules. Where the predictions first, then we'll talk Raw and SmackDown. So we already went through the first two matches. So I'm going to get your predictions, Kyron, for these two. Rich Swann and Sasha Banks versus Noam Dar and Alicia Fox in a mixed tag team match. The second match is the WWE Cruiserweight Championship match, Neville versus Austin Aries in a submission match. Who do you have winning the matches and why?
Rich Swann and Sasha Banks, because they only put Sasha in this match because she's a draw, and they want to get more people watching 205 Live. I myself have not done so, and I don't really have much plans on watching 205 Live. Other than that, I don't care about this match whatsoever. And Neville and Austin Aries, I'm picking Austin Aries to win because I don't want to take the title off Neville, but if Austin Aries doesn't win at the third straight pay-per-view, where does he go from here? So I'm picking Austin Aries to win.
Okay, and that's going exactly with Mark Ramble. Mark Ramble went with Austin Aries and Rich Swann, Sasha Banks as well. I went with Noam Dar, Alicia Fox, and Neville for the two matches. So next up, we got the Raw Tag Team Championship versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a steel cage match. Kyron, who do you have winning and why?
I'm picking Cesaro and Sheamus.
Oh, wow.
Because like I like I love the Hardy Boys, but I think that with Cesaro and Sheamus trying to heel, then when the titles here be good for them because just like the last match, what happens next if the Hardy Boys win? Who are they really gonna feud with if they win this match? If they lose, that's when Sheamus and Cesaro cheat to win. Then you can continue to feud on. But if they win cleanly, who are they gonna face? Because you got Enzo and Cass that they are kind of what look like about to start a feud with a revival. And there's not another tag team on Raw who can challenge them besides these two teams at the moment. So I'm picking Sheamus Cesaro to win. Hopefully Matt will be deleting. But I'm gonna pick Sheamus Cesaro to win.
Mark?
Delete Sheamus and Cesaro. You already know the Hardy Boys. I have a feeling they're going to win. They had this huge push. I mean, ever since they came to WWE, came back to WWE, WrestleMania 33, which to be exact, they've just received a tremendous push. It's just been unreal. everybody wants the broken Hardys. I don't think it's gonna happen from what I'm hearing, which is kind of disappointing. It's not the end of this rivalry, though. I'm telling you for a fact. It is not the end of this feud. It's just getting started, to be honest with you. They're gonna get the belt the next pay-per-view that Raw has. I have a feeling. And then what I believe is gonna happen, the Hardy Boys are probably gonna feud with the club. The club, Gallows and Anderson. But I'm going with the Hardys. I just Steel Cage. If the Hardy Boys could invent a ladder match, or was it tornado tag ladder match, the way they did with the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian.
TLC ladder match, yeah.
Yeah, TLC.
That's legendary.
Yeah, exactly. If they could do that, they should be fine in the Steel Cage. Nothing is going to stop those guys. They have everything going towards them. I would be shocked if the same as Cesaro won, but I don't see it happening yet. Hardy Boys taking the dub. Let's get it.
All right, and the next match going to the Raw Women's Championship match. Alexa a stick on a pole match. Mark Ramble, who do you have winning this and why?
This is actually one of the hardest predictions I can see for this pay-per-view, considering the fact that I don't believe Bayley is going to win, but something telling me she is going to win. Everything has just been going bad for her. You know what? Let's take a risk. Alexa Bliss is winning this one only because I just simply am losing the same type of feeling that I had for Bayley the first time. Like I originally did in NXT. Everything was going with her in NXT. Everything was like perfect. I was really feeling like the whole gimmick. And then when she came to the main roster, it just didn't feel the same. So now it's like, I'm gonna have to go with somebody else. Alexa Bliss, I like her. Not because of what Mike said a couple weeks ago, with the little bubble butt thing, whatever, which was priceless. I don't know. I just can't get in Bayley like I used to. I'm going for Alexa.
Okay, Kyron, who you have?
Well, first off, I don't like Candlestick on a pole match, bro.
Yes. Yes.
Bro,
yes.
I don't know who's booking this, bro. It's probably Vince Russo, bro, even though they better not re-sign him, bro. Now that's the last time I'll say bro in this. I hate pole matches. I've seen a pole match in person. Back in No More 2003, I saw a chain on the pole match with Undertaker 11. I didn't like that. But I'm not a fan of pole matches. And this didn't have to be a candlestick in a pole match. You really want to build around the candlestick. This could have easily just been a match where you lay a bunch of candlesticks around the ring. I take that over a pole match.
Yes.
Now I'll be honest, the build up for this match has not been good. And you said we'll talk about Raw later. We'll talk we'll talk about that segment on Raw. But other than that, let me just say that if like I said last week, when they built up to Kim Bayley get extreme, I stand by the fact that what should have happened 2 weeks ago is that when Bayley had Alexa at her mercy when she had the candlestick in her hand, she should have swung at her. Alexa ducks. So that proves Bayley has the guts to at least swing a candlestick at her. And she didn't have to hit her. I understand they're saving that for Sunday. But who do I think is gonna win? I'm going with Alexa Bliss to win. What I like to see happen, I would like to see the Sasha Banks heel turn finally happen. But then again, if that happens, the only babyface left on female wrestler on Raw will be Bayley. So I don't think they're gonna turn Sasha heel. So I'm gonna go with Alexa to win.
All right, and for me, I have Alexa Bliss to retain. I don't see Bayley getting the win here anytime soon. But I guess we'll get to here the final co-main event, Intercontinental Championship match. Dean Ambrose versus The Miz. If Ambrose is disqualified, he loses the Intercontinental Championship. Mark Rambo, who do you have winning that? Win and why?
Mark, you're on mute. Is that me or Mark?
I said Mark.
Mark, you're on mute. Mark?
Mark Rambo.
Mark.
All right, Karen, you go ahead.
I'm picking the Miz to win by disqualification because they wouldn't have made a stipulation for any other reason than for the title to change hands. Without Dean getting pinned, and it's perfect. Dean loses the title. They both look strong. Miz continues to look like the cowardly heel that he is, and here's how I think they're gonna do it. After the match is gonna go for about 15 good minutes. And then around the 15-minute mark, Dean's gonna look like he has a match won with Dirty Deeds. Maurice is gonna come in the ring and attack the Miz. Dean gets disqualified. Miz gets the title, and all of us in the arena, including myself, so I'm likely gonna be there, are gonna be angry about that. But it's good booking. So I'm picking Miz to win.
All right, Mark, you there?
Mark.
For me, I got Dean Ambrose successfully retaining the Intercontinental Championship. I just see him getting the win. I guess we move on to the main event. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt, and Samoa Joe in Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way Universal Title #1 Contenders match. So, Aaron, who do you have here?
Well, here's who's not. Well, let's see. You got 5 men. It's not gonna be Roman Reigns because they're gonna save him for his lesson for WrestleMania next year. Bray Wyatt's not gonna win because he's Bray Wyatt, and I don't see Samoa Joe winning either. So we're down to Balor and Rollins. I'm gonna go Balor to win because he never lost the title, never got his rematch, and Paul Heyman pretty much put him over on Raw a few weeks ago. That promo. So, and while I'm afraid if we get Lesnar and Balor, Lesnar might do the same thing he did against Ambrose at WrestleMania and just phone it in and not really try. And I think a match with Joe would be really physical and good. I think Balor's gonna win this match.
All right. And for me, I went with Finn Balor as well. Hopefully, Mark is able to rejoin us here. We can move on to Raw. I don't know what's going on here. I didn't get any messages from him either. But either way, we'll move on from Extreme Rules heading into Monday Night Raw, and everything went down there. The biggest segment being on Raw, This Is Your Life.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
What the hell happened?
I was gonna ask you the same question.
Oh my! The whole thing just crashed.
Well, ain't that bitch. Well, anyways,
Yes.
you got 3 matches here to predict. Raw, I think 3 matches. We'll just do 3 matches.
No, it was
Again. Raw match, Alexa Bliss, Bayley, IC title match, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, and the main event with the fatal 5-way for Universal #1 contender.
He's back on mute.
Hey, Rambo.
Mark. You should try just acting out and then coming back.
Yeah, come on, Mal. I think so, yeah. You might need to do that.
Oh, that's unfortunate. My mic's not there today.
But, all right. Well, anyways, I guess we'll kind of move on to Raw thing. On Raw being that This Is Your Life segment, since we'll wait till Mark's because we got to get his rest of his predictions. So, Kyron, what were your thoughts on the This Is Your Life with Alexa Bliss and Bayley?
Same thing everyone else thought about it. It was terrible. God bless Alexa Bliss for trying. She tried to make this work. But when you got people that come in, it looks like they just got random people on the street who don't know how to act. And I wasn't born in 1999, but I've seen This Is Your Life between Mankind and The Rock. That was great. This segment, on the other hand, was downright terrible. And I don't remember anything from it other than how bad it was. And the only way I would have fixed it is this wouldn't have fixed the segment, but at least it would have done something good. When Bayley came out, she should have came out there and gave every single one of them in the ring a Bayley to belly. That would have at least ended the segment on something. But when you have a segment going for nearly 20 minutes and the crowd didn't like it, and like I said, and I don't know whether I should blame the writers or obviously I got to blame the actors because no one looked like they could act. And Alexa, she tried, but once again, one person no matter how they try can save a terrible segment. And that was definitely in the running for probably right now one of the worst segments of the year. It's up there with probably the old day from last year. That's how bad the segment was.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore. That's all. That's where I stand.
Hey guys.
All right. Are you here to stay, Mark?
Are you here to stay, or are you gonna crash again?
This is I really apologize. Really, this isn't my fault. I'm trying not to. It's like every time I hit the button or something like that, it just. All right. What did I miss, guys?
All right. I'm going to try this one more time. 3 matches for you to predict from Extreme Rules Raw Women's Championship. Alexa Bliss Bailey, IC title match, Dean Ambrose versus The Miz, and the Extreme Rules Fatal 5-Way Universal #1 Contenders match.
Okay. For Alexa Bliss Bailey, this is Alexa Bliss. I actually think I said that. I think I said
I didn't know
you
if you
did.
did.
Okay, so this is the IC title match. Right? IC title. I see The Miz retaining this one because Dean Ambrose is doing absolutely nothing with the IC title. It's good that he's on Raw because they're having a great, they work well with each other. That's an easy statement right there. But Dean Ambrose has done absolutely nothing with the IC title. I forgot the IC title even existed at one point because it's just been so unnecessary. What's the point of even having that on Dean Ambrose? The Miz has done 100 times better. He's performed with the IC belt 100 times better, in my opinion. Dean Ambrose, with a push, should be WWE Championship contender type. But to lower him on IC and do absolutely nothing is unnecessary. The Miz is taking that belt, and I don't know what the hell Dean Ambrose is going to do after that.
The feud will continue.
I don't know.
Especially if it ends the way I said, with Miz winning by disqualification. Yeah, the feud's gonna continue.
I can see that. Fatal 5-Way, Finn Balor. If it's not Finn Balor, I want Seth Rollins to get this belt back. And if it's not Seth Rollins, anybody but Roman Reigns. Anybody but Roman Reigns. I cannot stand Roman Reigns. He makes me sick. He is better as a heel, but he's being pushed to this John Cena babyface level that irritates the hell out of me. I just want to just choke myself to death sometimes listening to him. And then the fact that he brings up that he made The Undertaker retire or some shit like that. I remember he brought that up a couple weeks ago. It irritated me. But what are you going to say, Kyron? Because I know you were ready to say something.
In defense of Roman Reigns, let me just bring a few things up. One, it's not his half of his promos, which is the only thing I ever criticized about him, really. It's not his fault. Just like when I said Alexa Bliss earlier, you can't say, okay, it's bad writing for one, but not the other. Roman is probably the biggest. Like we talk about Dean Ambrose when it comes to bad scripting. Roman Reigns is the biggest victim in WWE to bad scripting, and he gets all the blame for it, which is not fair. It's in the position that Roman Reigns is in too. You have to include that. He's already in a bad position to some fans. Then you put him in even a deeper hole because of the poor scripting in which they give him. And I think here's what I would do. And I know obviously turning heel, that's a cop out. But I really do think that turning Roman Reigns heel will be good for him because
exactly.
Look at him. He's a perfect main event heel for you. He's big, strong, has that mean look to him. Just turn him heel. I would honestly, here's my thing. When they put him against the authority and they don't want him being the face of the company, I would honestly, that's the same thing they did with Daniel Bryan. But the difference is, with Daniel Bryan, it was real. They didn't want him to be the face of the company. But Roman Reigns, they really do want him to be the face of the company. So that's why he's not getting the same sympathy. What I would do, I would honestly turn him heel. And I know this is a risk, but I would break kayfabe. Be honest about it. Pay him up with Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. And there you go. Best heel in the company right there for you. And even if his mic skills aren't that good, that you got his weaknesses are easily covered up that way. And he's definitely a great wrestler. Anyone that honestly, and whenever I hear Roman get you can't wrestle chant, I just shake my hand and say, you're completely wrong and you're an idiot.
I agree with you with that. He will get my money t-shirt, like merchandise-wise, if he was a heel. I just can't. He's being pushed too much, in my opinion. Just everything about him, from the moment he walks out into that ramp or to that entrance area, he says heel all over him. It's obvious. Like, why are you pushing this dude? I think it's because, you look at John Cena, he looks like a friendly guy. You look at Roman Reigns, he looks like a friendly guy. He's in the campaign ads, be a good dad. And I have nothing wrong with it, nothing against it, because, it's nothing wrong with that. But everybody at this point knows, this is not really who these wrestlers are in real life. Make this man a heel, please. Stop. Whoever is responsible for making this man a face, you need to jump off a cliff. And I have a feeling it's Vince McMahon. Vince is responsible for most of the stuff that went on. Same with John Cena. I like John Cena better when he was Thugonomics, Chain Gang John Cena, where he wasn't really much of anything. He was just a fan favorite, Roman Reigns was a fan favorite during the Shield. People hated him, but as time kept going and going, you started to like him because he was like this you couldn't love him, but you couldn't hate him type of character.
No, when Roman was at the Shield, here's one thing no one brings up. He was getting the loudest reactions.
Exactly.
When the Shield became in 2014 when they was starting to become tweeners, the baby faces, he was the one getting the loudest reaction because he had that moveset that hyped you up.
Mm-hmm.
But then once the Shield broke up, he probably suffered the most in terms of character.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, Mark, I'm going to get your opinions on the This Is Your Life segment with Alexa Bliss and Bailey from Monday Night Raw. The biggest thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, our opinion. What were your thoughts on it?
Oh, what the hell was that? That was the worst segment of all time. That is the WOT. Not the GOAT, not the WOT. The worst segment of all time. That shit was awful.
I've seen worse.
I mean, that was bad though. We can't lie. That was bad. It was so bad. I turned off the TV and didn't watch that segment. I ran across from it on YouTube, gave it a shot. I mean, just what the hell? That was just awful. I don't know what they were thinking. I just don't know. Like, I'm agreeing with you, Kyron, when you said it was like the old day. The old day, that was better than This Is Your Life. I mean,
no, it was not. This Is Your Life is better than old day.
No, old day was better. That was better than This Is Your Life, in my opinion. There was just no way they could just. If I was Alexa Bliss, that had to be the most cringeworthy moment of all time. Just there's no way I could stand in that ring with that horrible ass acting and do exactly what they did. You have to pay me a lifetime fortune, because that thing is just going to keep me on repeat on social media, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram. Your life, that segment will never die because how bad it was. Just what the hell were they thinking?
To WWE's credit, just like the old day, at least they admitted it was a bad segment. They know, remember next week at the old day, New Day came out and admitted and said, "Yeah, we burned that footage. It was horrendous." And I at least WWE admitted. And then as soon as I heard Red Day reports, at least they admitted it was a bad segment, because they maybe they won't even bring it up this Sunday Extreme Rules, because that themselves say a segment's bad. This is when you know it's bad. Some of the stuff they giving us, that's when you know a segment's bad, when they say this.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question. I think this is at least to me, in my opinion, is the biggest thing on what This Is Your Life segment with Alexa Bliss and Bailey is, what was your thoughts going into it? Like, what was your expectations of This in Your Life as it was being promoted for the show the other night, whatever, finally get to the segment? Were you thinking it was going to be crap? Did you think it was going to be okay? And we've had past This Is Your Life segments beyond the first one with The Rock and Mankind. There's been a couple others, I do believe, that have been so and bad, or whatever, bad acting. So I want to throw it to both of you guys before I give my full opinion. What were your expectations going into it? Is that part of the reason why you think, or each of you think, that it was the worst thing ever because of those expectations that you might have had for it? So whoever wants to speak first can speak.
You want to go, Mark? You want me?
Oh, I could go definitely. The thing is though, with that "This Is Your Life" segment, I wasn't expecting much out of it, considering the fact that it was not going to reach to the Rock Mankind segment with "This Is Your Life." That's hands down, not even a question. The thing was though, it could have been done so much better, so much better. Like, the thing is, it started from horrible acting to poorly scripted. Just I don't know where they were trying to go with it. It just did not make sense to me, and it was just a horrible place, horrible time, horrible day to do that. I don't know. I wasn't expecting much out of it for sure, especially with Alexa Bliss. I'd hate to be like that, but especially with her.
All right. Kyler, what was your expectations going into it? And did that kind of ruin or help or whatever shape mold your ending opinion of what it ended up being?
I'll give you my two actual reactions to when I first heard it was gonna be announced. First off, oh no, they're really doing this. Like, stop. You gotta understand. I don't think I said literally said like this is gonna fail because WWE doesn't understand that it wasn't the segment that made that work back in '99. It was the personalities of Rock and Mankind that made it work. But and also you gotta take into account that the people that Mick Foley brought out didn't get a microphone, didn't get to talk. But honestly, like what else? Like I said, I knew it was gonna fail, and I really didn't have any expectations. Granted, I didn't think we were gonna get worst segment of the year material, but I thought at the very least Alexa can help. Like if I was grading it, give it a C minus. Only reason I'm not giving it an F is because of Alexa Bliss. I'll give it a D.
Yeah, for me overall, I didn't go into really high expectations, so I thought it was okay for what it was. I mean, yeah, there were some cringe moments, especially with the ex-boyfriend and her best friend or whatever that
was
interaction. That was
terrible.
That was hard to watch, but I powered through like a champ. So, but anyways, I just thought it was what it was. I didn't think it was worst ever. Obviously, not best ever. So my thing was middle of the road because my expectations were, hey, this is going to be middle of the road. This is going to be bad acting. This is going to be what the past ones have been since the first one, which was awesome with the Rock Mankind. But the ones after that have been with poor acting, that weird, cringeworthy moments, interactions in those as well. So for what I expected it to be, it was that. So I didn't really have that much of an issue with it that you guys and many others that I know YouTube about, or YouTube and Twitter about the segment as well. That's it for me for talking about Monday Night Raw. I don't know if there's anything else from Raw since it was a go-home show. It was a go-home show and a holiday episode with Memorial Day. So it was a double full thing. So if there's things you want to discuss that have to do with Monday Night Raw Memorial Day, speak now or forever hold your peace.
I'm actually very kind of intrigued at what they're doing with Kurt Angle. Mm-hmm. When Corey Graves checking his phone, got off his phone and showed Kurt something. He said, "This could ruin my career." My question is, what are they going to do with this? Could this lead to a match? My only fear about this is that it might lead to Stephanie coming back and just feuding with Kurt Angle. That's what I fear it will happen. But there's a lot of possibilities you can do with this. And the Who Attacked Enzo Amore, I don't think it's still going on. I still think it was Big Cass. And I said last week they would bring up a revival for the exact reasons they did. I said this last week on the show. But I think it was Big Cass. And both the triple threat match and the Roman Seth Rollins match were both very good matches.
I could agree to that, man. Definitely. The issue with Kurt Angle was, I think what's gonna happen is Stephanie McMahon is gonna come back, and she's gonna do something to somewhat hinder Kurt Angle and his good and current run that he's having right now, because everybody likes Kurt Angle as GM, and it made me kind of forget that Stephanie was even in the picture. So I think the whole issue with Corey Graves and Kurt Angle is Stephanie McMahon is coming back. She's been out since.
She went to the table.
Yeah, it went to the table. Yeah, WrestleMania. I think it's nothing like how can I say it? It definitely has to deal with the authority. Let's just say that, and we're gonna find out eventually. The authority being Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, I'd say that's gonna be what at least is having to be man. People have been saying maybe it might be setting up already, especially since it's starting now. People are rumored to think that or speculating that it's already gonna set up a match between Kurt Angle and Triple H at SummerSlam.
Hmm.
Either SummerSlam or maybe they hold off to WrestleMania, whatever. But that I think is some of the fans thinking of what the end game is there. And I'm all okay with that. I want to see Kurt Angle back in the ring, but I want to see him back in the ring for more than just one match. I want a series of matches. Maybe one of the matches be Kurt Angle versus Dean Ambrose. That'd be freaking awesome.
Nah,
Um,
I
but
don't really want to see that.
anyways, beyond that, the other match that let's see with Angle in there in the ring with some SmackDown superstars at Survivor Series, SummerSlam, or WrestleMania. Even would be awesome. Like see Kurt Angle facing AJ Styles again, or on Raw, Kurt Angle Samoa Joe. Matches like that you've seen in formerly
TNA.
called TNA, it's now called Anthem Wrestling. Over there, so
They changed the name to what?
to Anthem,
Anthem?
yeah, Anthem Wrestling.
Awful, awful.
No
That's
comment.
that's disturbing. That is disturbing. Anthem
Yeah.
freaking wrestling.
Yep.
Anthem.
But I did like that they're using their announcers, especially Corey Graves, who are one of the best. And don't forget, guys. Corey Graves is a former WWE superstar himself. Remember, he started in NXT, then he had that career-ending injury, and he had to announce what was that NXT Re-Evolution event. I think that was the one. One of their events there that he had to announce his in-ring retirement, and then announced that he's joining the commentary booth. So he's done. He's been in promo classes. He's done wrestling. That was his life. So technically, the way is his life. That's why he's happy to be an announcer. So be part of the business in this way. So to have and to use Corey Graves, like they could have used Booker T, a former wrestler. But I think it was better to use Corey Graves in that way. I think between him and Booker T. And in that way, if you want, yes, Corey won't be ever be in a match, but maybe what it also could lead to, and this is another speculation I want to bring up and hear your guys' thoughts on, is the end game also supposed to be Stephanie McMahon coming back, and Corey Graves has been working with her, and he becomes the new Raw general manager in the near future. And then that opens the commentary booth. Who's going to be a commentator now? Well, that's when David Otunga comes back, and he's back in his chair for Monday Night Raw. So
No.
that was
You're
my idea.
The best commentator with the worst. No, not the best with the worst. No, thank you. No, we keep Ray that behind that table and do not throw tongue up there.
Hey, young sir. I just saying what my idea is, and I think that could be a way that it could be going down. Yeah, I know there's change and switch over between Corey Graves and David Otunga in the Raw commentary who might not be everybody's ideal way to go. But I think if you want to make the most out of this, I think that is the way to go. Then even more so than a Kurt Angle Triple H match at SummerSlam. You can hold that off to WrestleMania because you have to wait until I get there to watch so I can see it live. Have Kurt Angle Triple H at WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, but you have Corey Graves become Raw GM, was working with Stephanie the whole time, and David Otunga returns on commentary. What do you think, Mark?
David Otunga, I'm not liking that. David Otunga, he should stay. Where is he, in SmackDown? Something like that?
He's on Raw. He's only not there. Booker T filming in on him because he's filming a movie.
Oh, I'm surprised he's still active. But yeah, David Otunga, nah. Corey Graves is just too great at commentary right now. I don't see that happening. I just feel like they need to add a fresh face that everybody knows into a struggling Raw storyline outside of the Brock Lesnar Universal Championship situation. Now, having Corey Graves as somebody that everybody knows is a good idea. But him being GM, I can't. because I would be completely pissed and shocked all at the same time.
Told you don't start exactly at 9.
But yeah, I'm just thinking of how it could go. And like I said, as I say it more and more, I actually like that idea even more so than the Kurt Angle's Triple H match, which is ironic. We're talking about Kurt Angle, Olympic gold medalist, and I hear the national anthem.
Oh, that's because that's my television. The Cavs and Warriors game one's coming up. It's about to come on.
Yeah, I know. By the way, I know this is a wrestling show, but for the 2000 finals is Warriors in the 7 games.
You said
But
what?
anyway, yeah. I guess what do you have, Karen? Who do you think should be winning the NBA title?
Cavs and 6.
Mark?
Warriors at 7.
There you go. That's how you go. All
Warriors
right.
at 7.
You want to talk about Kingslayer Seth Rollins? Well, we'll have Kingslayer Steph Curry there with the Warriors.
Yeah, he did a good job slaying the King last year, didn't he?
Babyface.
I'm sorry. I thought it was 2017. I didn't know it was.
I'm sorry. I thought LeBron James was the best player in the world.
I'm sorry. I thought Jordan that played in the NBA.
What you say?
I said I'm sorry, but remember Michael Jordan, best player.
Best player ever, right there.
Is Michael Jordan still playing? No.
Oh, fine. I thought you were mentioning saying that LeBron James is the best in the world. I didn't know you were just talking about he was best of your era.
Oh, if he wins a championship, he's the best of all time. But he's the best right now. But we can continue the conversation off the air because this is still a wrestling show.
Yeah, I know. Last thing I'm going to say about that, if he does win the championship this year, I say you and those others will have a better thing to stand on to be saying that. But anyways, go back to wrestling. Again, Kurt Angle, I would like to see him in a match, but it doesn't have to be that way. It's really great becomes the Raw GM actually having something bigger for him to do than commentary, even as great as he can. Would be best for business and awesome as well. Think about that interaction with Corey Graves, who's an awesome heel himself, with one of the best heels in World Wrestling Entertainment history, with Stephanie McMahon, and having those two working together. The authority figure there. So I think that would be awesome as well. Mark, is there anything from other things, I guess, from Raw that you might want to bring up before we move on to SmackDown Live?
Oh, man, I'm good. Everything's straight with Raw.
All right, bros. Let's go to SmackDown Live. And the biggest thing going on there is the historic announcement by Shane O'Mac himself that we're going to have our first ever historic making women's Money in Bank ladder match. I was thinking when this announcement was made, we're going to get to a point where, which is what we want to, so I'm not saying this in a negative way, but we're slowly getting to a point here where we're going to run out of things that are going to be historic for the women's division because this is the time of year, and with their evolution, they're trying to bring for themselves and make it better in the women's division for all, and not just WWE. That, I think their end game goal is for a women's match to main event WrestleMania. But we still have to take steps. The next one here being the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. The next one being a women's Royal Rumble. So
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
But anyways, we'll go with Kieran first since he was speaking. What are your thoughts on the announcement? Did you think it actually was going to happen? I know we're hearing rumors about it the last couple of weeks. What are your overall thoughts on now that it's confirmed and happening for the pay-per-view?
I'm actually really excited for it. It's not really many people in that match I see winning besides probably two. And I'm disappointed we won't have a women's title match at Money in the Bank. But I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be really good, and it's a really good chance for the women of SmackDown live to shine.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Mark.
I'm extremely excited as well. The first time ever that this even happened. Eventually, like you said, Steve, there will be a women's Royal Rumble. I just don't think they have enough female wrestlers to actually do that unless they include NXT. Then I think they'll be fine. And even then, I think they wouldn't have as much as the men. But this Money in the Bank match for the women's championship belt on Tuesday Night SmackDown is going to be good. I mean, I can already see Charlotte Flair doing a moonsault onto probably a ladder with about two people on it, stuff like that. They're here to definitely show off and show everybody that they could do everything that the men could do.
And that's why I don't, unless they absolutely have to, I don't think they should have to have smaller ladders or have the briefcase closer to closer to them, sort of thing, unless they absolutely have to. But I think to make it show and even stand out more, in my opinion, is keep everything the way they do it for the men, and
Yeah.
not, like I said, not have to have them have shorter ladders so there's not bigger bumps for them, or have the briefcase closer. Like, just keep it the way it is, like they do for the men, for the women, to make this historic match, even to me, again, even though it's a little things, but make it just as historic and even more historic in that way than having the match in itself.
That's a lot, Tristan.
So that's my opinion on it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how that goes. SmackDown Live overall for this show was pretty good. And again, with Money in the Bank being the pay-per-view they're going to, SmackDown Live lucky that they're the ones that got that pay-per-view. As much as I wish it was dual branded event, SmackDown Live being the end show, being able to get Money in the Bank. But again, like we talked about Raw, is there anything else from SmackDown that you wish to talk about, Aaron?
Not really.
Mark?
Where the hell was Jinder Mahal? That's all I'm gonna say. You as a champ, you're someone acting like Brock Lesnar. I haven't seen Brock Lesnar since he won the belt. Jinder Mahal still could prove to everybody that he is worthy of a championship. If he shows up, he hasn't showed up. That's the thing.
Miss.
He has the belt. Now you're gonna show everybody why you deserve the belt. But other than that, and then the fact that he was called out by Randy Orton. Randy Orton saying he doesn't respect Jinder Mahal as a champ. That time was the perfect time to stand your ground and prove to everybody, I'm a champ for a reason. But I'm surprised he wasn't there. He's still celebrating on the win, which is reasonable. So, that's all I have to say.
Yeah, and I understand that wholeheartedly. It's interesting. I know they showed on SmackDown Live, I think it was this week or last week, when they showed or TV shows in India or news in India talking about Jinder Mahal as well. I think he was showing the play-by-play of the Indian commentary team, which they seem like pretty cool dudes. Every time they show that for pay-per-view events, they show all the countries and everything. India seems like India and Germany. Just watch this with the Extreme Rules and then Money in the Bank and so forth. When they show the international announced teams and stuff, and they introduce them, India and Germany are the two that I always thought were really cool. Though obviously I didn't know anything they were saying, just their enthusiasm and stuff like that. I really like from both of those commentary teams. I'm just saying. I mean, they're all, I guess, awesome in their own way and good at their job. Otherwise, they won't be there. But if I had to pick two, those two would be. And maybe after Extreme Rules, when we do our review show, kind of like a homework assignment for Kyron, Mark, and others, when they do that, let me know what maybe not favorite, because it'd be the one time you're watching them or caring about it when they start off the show, but who may be your initial, first impressions, right? First impressions are everything.
Yeah.
Of a commentary team, which one we might like over the other. India and Germany's announced teams would be my top two because I always actually stay on my TV and watching that when they each are introduced during the start of the events. But again, obviously, I'm only bringing that up because with Jinder Mahal now being the the one bad thing one bad thing I've been hearing from YouTube, I don't know if you guys have been hearing, and it does have to do with wrestling, so we can bring it up here.
Offensive list?
Is that
that pissed me off to the max.
I'll let you explain it to Kyron and myself again. What exactly is going on?
Well, Kyron, if you don't know, WWE or wrestling in the YouTube list that I think it's like you can't I guess receive ad revenue or something like that. Or something even deeper, I do believe. WWE or wrestling, pro wrestling is now considered as offensive. It is in the offended list.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this, and
that is pissed me off to the max.
Me too, especially the fact that a lot of my favorite channels, such as Grimm's Toy Show, Wrestling Regret, What Culture, they're losing money, and What Culture literally had to cancel a lot of their loaded shows because YouTube won't give them money. They had a match between Alberto Del Rio and Rey Mysterio that got over 1 million views, but they only made $43 from it.
Damn. Yeah, I know. I also heard through the grapevine that actually a couple of YouTubers had to delete their channel, had to end their time here on YouTube because of it. That talk wrestling. Because they're not getting this. They might be getting some of their views, but they're not making the money that they used to. Obviously, it's not affecting us on our channel yet, but still, for those other big ones, and getting the views, working as hard as they do, as much as just as easy as much as we do here, and not making as much as they usually would be, or what they're what they usually take in per week, especially for What Culture. They would have a wrestling company. If this continues, that could end that with them. They do here on YouTube, so everything effective. It's kind of it's bad. I know, like I said at the start of this video, that I've contacted YouTube through email about other things. Maybe I should contact them about this and get their opinion. I don't mean to be mean about it. You know me, I'm always respectful and everything when I bring something up, and then share my strong opinion on it as well. But listen to their side, as well, and take it to heart. And actually, hopefully they do say something of their own thing, meaning not just, sorry to say, but not just company BS and saying, oh, you should read this, read that, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. I understand that part of it, but also give me your thoughts as an employee of YouTube, a part of YouTube, of why this is the case. And if there is anything that we could do as a community to try to improve upon what we do in our channels and with our videos. That's why I try to be as PG as I can. Make it here. I don't want to change people and be different, like Raunchy Mikey and others that have been on here. I've had Joe Cronin on the show, and I didn't ask him to be anything less than the Joe Cronin I know. So I'm not going to change people, but I'm also trying to make the channel still as really so we can get ads, so we can grow in that way, and just find our niche audience in that way. But like I said, I might be doing that tomorrow, doing a new email to YouTube and seeing and hearing their thoughts. Because when I sent them an email today about copyright laws, they actually said happy that I take it as seriously as they do as a company. So, but yeah, it's disheartening, but I guess it is what it is. Pro wrestling fans have always gotten a bad rap, especially think about how my generation in the 90s and the Attitude Era there in the late 90s and the 2000s get a bad rap as wrestling fans. That was on television at that time. And especially how the women were treated in the WWE Pro Wrestling at that time. Not saying I complained then, but I'm just saying that's how it was then. And now a different time here in 2017. That's pretty much it. I don't really know of any other news either of WWE or pro wrestling at this time to bring up. Oh, I did want to bring up Kyron, Mark Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if either of you were able to see the Table for 3 episode that was after Monday Night Raw.
I did not.
With Cornette, Bischoff, and Hayes.
Yep.
I'm going to later. I want to see it so bad because I love Jim Cornette. And Chuck, I already heard Jim Cornette talk about it in a podcast, and I'm gonna see it. Okay. But I haven't seen it yet. I saw a little bit. I've seen a little clip on WWE's YouTube channel, but I haven't seen the whole thing yet.
Yeah, and that clip actually was the start of the thing. So, but yeah, I behoove you guys and others that haven't seen it yet. Definitely, it is pretty awesome. Maybe next time, maybe they can actually get Vince Russo to be part of that with those two, Bischoff and Cornette.
Someone die, sure.
I don't know about that, but okay. But anyways, that really would be entertaining. But yeah, definitely check that out. And maybe we'll talk about that next week. But hey, guys, have any last comments? Where you can find yourselves on Twitter and otherwise on social media? I'll let Kyron go first.
Find me on YouTube at Kyron Chase. Find me on Twitter at /BroKyron. Follow me on Tumblr /BroKyron. Instagram /BroKyron. And if you want to go to my YouTube channel, I usually do prediction videos with my younger brother. I did one actually for shingles just today. I also do other types of videos, but right now I'm doing wrestling videos at the moment.
All right, Mark.
You guys know where to find me. My Twitter, of course, is Mark and Ramble. The N, the I, and the R are all caps. My Instagram is Live Like Ramble. Is now my only Instagram page because I used to have two. One for WWE for my YouTube channel, one just my personal stuff. Now it is a mixture of both. My YouTube channel is slightly changed. It is still Mark Ramble, but before the mark, it is FMLG, which is a little trademark me and my friends do. A couple of my friends are adding that to their YouTube name as well. What else can I say? My Snapchat, of course, if you guys are interested in Snap. My Snap is also in my channel link. If you go on my channel on desktop, it will be on there. Or if you go and watch one of my videos, it will be a link in the description. From there, I always add my guys back, add all the people who subscribe to me back, and talk about anything.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. Obviously, if you could like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for the new subscriber earlier in the show that I did give a shout out to. And definitely thought this episode was awesome. Next week, we will be giving the review for the pay-per-view and everything that happened, the Raw after, the SmackDown Live, as well. And their build-up to Money in the Bank. You'll also find me on Instagram, Podcast Host 316. Facebook, Twitter, and otherwise as well. So as always, take care.
Bye.
Peace out.